lives together, and no one should have. Nah.
Queen is your host. I have missed you guys so much, and I'm glad that you joined me here on Intellectual Radio. You can reach us on Spreaker. You can reach us on our iHeartRadio, Facebook Live. You have many avenues. Oh, and YouTube. So you have many avenues of catching your girl and anyone else on Intellectual Radio. Check our local listings. We have so much to talk about. I see you guys coming in. You know I'm half blind. I left the glasses at home, but I see you guys that's coming in, and I'm so glad to see that you're jumping in with me. But I want to talk to you guys today about Miss King. Should I call her? I don't know, Miss Thing. You know, Gail King has got out here and jumped and put her foot in her mouth. And as someone who deals with the public, who's dealing in radio, who's dealing in TV, we should know, anyone in the media masses should know how to filter our conversations. And every now and then there may be a slip up, but this was an interview. So you knew exactly what you were leading into. And I don't know about anyone else, but I'm going to talk about our race right now. We are the only people who are quick to trash our own people. We have other races, other ethnic groups defending us, but we will take the soapbox to destroy us. And I have no clue why we do this, especially those that are in power. Now, during this interview with Lisa Leslie, she says, quote unquote, that she wanted to have this interview because of Lisa and Kobe's relationship, correct? So what does Kobe affair have to do with Lisa and their relationship? That's the first thing. So that never should have entered. Number one, this has already been dealt with. He was exonerated. He just passed, not only him, but his daughter. So his wife have to already deal with something that no one in the world ever wants to imagine. So why don't you open up another wound to this woman who's in the deepest grief that she would ever experience in her entire life? I don't understand the thought process. I don't understand you being a woman can do this. You know, Harvey Weinstein, fine. You know, any other person that has been in the light for doing what they do. Donald Trump, I haven't even heard her talk about Donald Trump as much, who definitely violate women daily, violate races daily. You don't bring anything up about him, his past. You have a huge platform. You got a huge platform. You can lead a crusade to get this man out of this, to help get this man out of the White House with his impeachment. But you choose not to. You choose not to. But you take the man's memory and legacy and try to flip it and tarnish it into something very nasty and disgusting. And honestly, the message that Snoop Dogg left was a message of the masses. It really was. How dare you? You turned into the other puppeteered media outlet that when anytime something happened to an African-American person, a witch hunt begins. Damn the memory of the person. Get what they've done. All of the organizations and clubs and things and people that he have vested into and donated to. You chose to pick the one thing that almost killed that man's career and wanted to talk about it during such a tragic moment. How dare you? What's the problem with you and Oprah? I don't understand. I don't know if this love affair, friend affair, whatever affair that you having have you on a witch hunt for men, but there are a lot of women, and I'm a woman first, I'm a queen, that's out here doing some things. So we're going to talk about that. And next week, I'm going to find some scandals that women in high power do and wonder why they have not even discussed that. But as soon as an African American man, and they're not even quick for the women, it's the men that they attack so harshly. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's because Stedman haven't married Oprah. I don't know if you was on the verge of your divorce, Gail. I just don't know what it is. But you need to be mindful of what you say to people and about people during a time of grief. She had every opportunity while Kobe was alive to revisit that. And she did it. She did it. You know why she didn't? Because she didn't want the heat that was going to come from that. And it would have been a real big backlash. Okay. I have to realize that they're the modern day house. You know what we used to say. They put money behind them to put the faces on the real clowns. Yes, the real ones. These are the fronts. These are the fronts. So they put faces on them. And I totally agree, Mookie. I totally agree with you. They set the stage to place who they want in a certain light. And then they build them up so that they can tear us down. You are absolutely correct. This is what they do. And he called them the house. You know what? Because they always going to find a way to say, Massa, days of running. Oh, Massa, they does this. You know, so, hey, if you keep wanting to be the minstrel show, your curtains shall be closed. People should start boycotting these syndicated stations when they do these things. Now, Gail wants to backtrack and say that it was all about this relationship that she wanted to enlighten us on, that Lisa Leslie and Kobe Bryant had. That wasn't the case. It wasn't the case at all. And to the point that you're saying it, that she has to say, okay, this is enough. She says that she put the full interview up and that the station placed on there what they wanted to place on there through editing. But you better darn sure believe that her team looks over editing, and they thought that that was okay. They thought that was okay. It was for ratings. You better believe it. Everything is about the money. Everything is about ratings. Everything is about seeing how many people would tune in, how many people would download it, how many people would talk about it, just as I'm doing today. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Who said this? Let's see. Oh, Sharia. You're absolutely right. And then, Mookie, you just said, if you Google CBS ratings and Kobe Bryant, I will show you. But Google R. Kelly ratings took over CBS. You know, another one. As if Elvis didn't do. What was his name? Jimmy, what was his name? The rock star, the one, Woody Allen, not Woody Allen, is that his name? The one who married his stepdaughter, adopted daughter. You know, all of these different things that's happened over history. I don't hear about it. You still made Graceland after Elvis. Everybody he had was almost underage. You know, so if we're going to talk about some things, America, let's talk about it. If we're going to talk about some things, those of us who has the control of a mic or a screen, let's do that. But let's do it. Let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's keep it all the way 100. Let's keep it all the way real. Let's do this. Let's do it. Because this is what we have to realize we are up against. And then some of you guys got to learn how to think out here that's already have the money and already have the status and already doing what you do. Be mindful of what you're doing. Be mindful of what you're doing and how you're doing it. So let's get ready and take a quick pause while we bring in our other host, Angel. She's back as well. Be right back with you. All right, we're back. And Angel has joined me. Everybody say hello to Angel.
Hi, everybody.
She's back. She's ready. She's in effect. Look, girl, I was sitting here talking about the whole Gail King, Kobe Bryant thing before you got in, where she wanted to attack and talk about him and his old affair that happened in 1954. And she wanted to bring the one thing that kind of almost destroyed the man's career. And if we're talking about Kobe Bryant and the memory and legacy of Kobe Bryant, why do we have to bring up something that was so ugly and nasty in his life? It wasn't necessary.
I feel the Black community, even her, but we try to destroy the legacy of the Black people now. Instead of celebrating them or bringing up something good about them, it's always, I feel, because I also seen a video of her this morning apologizing as if she didn't feel she did anything wrong. But I think all of that was kind of like premeditated.
Oh, it was staged.
Very,
from her team.
Definitely was
That's
staged.
her PR. PR at its best, baby. And she can pay for the best.
Exactly. That's what it was. It was staged, and now she getting so much controversy behind it. Now she probably wish she never said the things that she said.
Oh my God.
Honest.
I'm sure Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and all the rest of the cahoots then got in and sat down and they did a round table. Y'all know how the Chicago police do a round table after they shoot somebody. That's what she did. She tried to assassinate that man character again. So they sat at the round table to try to fix that stuff up, to get it right back to us. And guess what? Just like we don't go for that, we ain't going for that either, Gail.
Exactly.
You meant it. You said it. You just didn't know that it was going to come out to be the way that it was. Again, if you guys want to comment live on the air, the number is 708-223-8953.
Kobe haven't even been buried yet before they bring up all this. The man ain't even resting in peace yet. They ain't even laid him to rest. But this goes for all Black people. Even something I seen on Facebook when he died, it was so many people out here saying, you don't even know him.
Yeah.
Y'all crying and y'all upset about somebody you don't even know, but that's a part of being human. And that's what's wrong.
Woo! We forgot how to be humanized and feel. We have become so desensitized to all of this fake media, to all of the killings and shootings that we see every day, that when someone else dies, it's nothing to you. It's a video game. Restart. Let's get a new one. No, baby. You'll never get another Kobe.
Exactly.
And his wife will never get another Kobe. And his other children will never get that. And his parents and so on and so on and so on. So it's not a reset, restart. We can get a new man to play. It's not that easy. And when we're fans, we love hard.
Even if we never seen them, we watched them for so many years, they grow on us.
Let me tell you something. I'm more Michael Jackson deaf like he grew up in my house. I'm more in Whitney Houston deaf like she was my big sister.
I did as
well. So let me tell you something. Prince, oh my God. Hell, I don't know what to tell you. These were three of my greatest idols. You know, Aretha Franklin, it hit me. So you have people that impact you that you wouldn't know, but you've only saw on the screen, only heard their voice on the radio. Who was that just passed? Was that her? No. Who was that passed on the radio? It was somebody on the radio of 102.7. He passed away. It hit hard. It was one of those things that you don't want to hear happen. I mean, we know we live, we die, but when someone is cut tragic like Kobe was, it's a little more devastating. It's a bit more shocking. It makes you look at your people and say, let's value them
even more.
Right. Well, let's value each other.
It really
but
do.
Instead, guess what we do?
Batter and bash.
Man.
Even more. But even that goes for the saying, with each generation, it get worse. We have a lot of people around here that's walking but not alive.
Oh, yeah. I call them the Walking Dead.
That's exactly what they
I call
are.
them. They the Walking Dead. If
they
you
don't
watch
feel.
that on what is that? I
What
forgot
is
the
that?
station,
AMC?
but it comes
AMC.
AMC. If you watch it on AMC, they've been on for 1,000,000 years. I've been watching it since. They look at the zombies. That's how the people that you see. They have no life in their eyes. They dragging, they head down, and as soon as they can get close to you, they try to devour you.
Exactly.
And they want your brain. This is the people we see every day.
And that's what's going on in society. That's why with each generation it gets worse, because they not teaching love no more. Back to that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Nobody care about, if I don't know this child personally, they don't care.
How about this? What village, what child? It's all about me and my hut.
Oh, that's it.
I just have my little hut and my little house on the side, and I don't see anything around. Nothing and nowhere matters to me. I just thought, I know you saw the backlash from Snoop Dogg. I talked about that a little bit. I said he spoke almost for the masses. He threw the towel in and told her, leave my boy alone. Leave the memory of this man alone. Oh, we coming for you. So that can be in any sense. Doesn't mean physical, but we can take and rip your career and shred it. Do you understand?
That's exactly.
You got it because of Oprah, but the people can take it away from you because the people is the one who give you your ratings.
Exactly. Your support. That's exactly what it is.
I'm so disgusted.
People will bring up your past even if you're not there no more.
Yeah.
They won't let you outlive it.
You could be a recovered addict for 30 years and somebody be like, he used to get high. He used to be dope fiend. You can never recover. And one thing about it, real people are transparent. If you've been through something and something has gone on, you're able to come back and say, hey, I used to prostitute. I used to get high. I used to be a pimp. I used to, I wasn't the best child I can be. I was, I wasn't the best parent, but there's a but. You should hear a but when your life has really changed. Or however.
I overcame it.
Things should happen. There should be a level up of development that continuously happen in our lives. And I don't know why. Why? When we get money, we ghost our people. We ready to trash, stab, and kill our people.
Because I think most of Black people, like with other races, not making it a race thing, but our people, we tear down each other more than anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's always a competition rather than it's a build someone up or support somebody. We have competitive hearts. I'm gonna say we. I ain't gonna single nobody out. I'm speaking as a whole of Black people. We have competitive hearts when it's enough for everybody out here.
It is. It really is. And the thing about it is, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it real clear. If the Asian race can cultivate, mingle, mesh with one another, and make things happen in a financial sense, in an educational sense, and move like the currents in the water, we should do the same. If the Latina community can put 3-4 families in there to each one buy their own property, and see, I'm saying buy property, not go out and rent, but buy their property and move on, and then they move the next family and the next family. We should be able to do the same. We've been here longer than anybody else besides the Native Americans who were already here. And we've been here, drug here, of course, but we here. And we don't even know how to say, when all else fails, we have each other.
Exactly.
We were a prideful ethnic group. We were very prideful. We were kings. We were queens. We were loyal to one another. We were rich, wealthy, not just rich and wealthy. That's what we were. If we didn't have the money, we had the gold. If we didn't have the gold, we had the oil. If we didn't have the oil, we had the coal, and so on and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's about, give me the whole coal mine, and you can't even have a chunk of coal.
A piece
Not
of it.
start you out, not help you. But guess what I will do? I would chunk that coal at you. Soon as you mess up.
Mm-hmm.
You could have built a school. You could have built a senior facility. You could have a mentoring program, a sports program. Slip up and mess up.
Mm-hmm. They'll forget all about it.
And stop putting us on a pedestal like we're not human. If we slip and fall, pray for us. Try to figure out what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because you messing up every day. Because I know I am. I mess up every single day. We. I'm going to speak French today. We mess up all the time. But we don't forgive. We don't trust. We're not loyal. Just as soon as this man, he not in the ground like Cynthia said. And you wanted to make a national public spectacle of this man. How dare you? Not a national, international. He's beyond national. No people in China crying. No people in India crying. No people all in Dubai crying. No people in Egypt crying. This man impacted a lot of people in many ways. Some that we would never know. We don't know who he was secretly shoveling money to, because people do that with money. They give to people that you don't know before you give to the ones you do, because we take advantage of it. We have comments coming down the thread. Really, a lot of comments. Let's see. And sometimes it's our people that do the most damage to our own people for personal gain. I know from experience. All right. You're definitely right, Christian. You're definitely right. The people that you know would defame you and hurt you the most. They would lie on you. They would steal from you, stab you in your back, and then look you in your face and say, I did it out of love. Well, then hate me, because then I see you coming, sucker. You know, I know how to deal with you. Don't do that fake love with me. And then when I turn my back or I'm in trouble, I can't say, excuse me, can I get $5? I just want a pack of hot dogs in a bun. Yeah, I'm going through too. And you got 20. I'm the type of person, if you asked me that, I might have gave you the 15, kept the 5, because I knew it was coming back around, and I walk in faith. And that's why some of y'all stay broke, because you so tight with your money. Well, that little money that you holding on to is going to be the little money that you keep. You will never be able to open it up to receive anything else. So that's on you. That's on you.
Someone on my page said, that's it. People ain't loyal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing that's missing.
And Adria said people are black people are too busy trying to one up on one another. Agreed. Monique said, what you say? Do what I guess you're trying to say.
I do my
own and my people. I heal my people. You sure do. You do your own products. I think that's what you said. You do your own herbalist. Yes, you do. And what she say right here, babe, look, my glass is gone and I don't got time to stumble over
I do
this.
my all for my people. I heal my people for my people. Been doing it for 40 years.
And you have, Monique. I follow you. I'm with you. You and I actually became really acquainted through social media. I watch who you are. You're not afraid to help. You're not afraid to assist. You're not afraid to educate, network, anything. And man, this type of thing should be contagious and infectious. But instead, it's the opposite. And I just really want us to become, man, back to the way that we were. Now, it's always been snakes in everything that we've done. And not just us. I'm saying people when I say us as human beings. But majority of us have come to the nature that it's just about me and my clan. And it should not be. You have to realize that it's a broader scope to this thing, because you and your clan can't do nothing without the other clan and the other clan and the next clan, because other than that, we're crabs in a barrel, constantly and continuously snatching one another down and taking the claw and putting it on one another's neck. We claw fighting in the barrel. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It is enough out here for everyone. It really is. You want to add anything else, Cynthia?
No.
Okay. So we're going to move on from this side. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Okay. Here you go. This is from DJ Mookie.
He say things should change, but the education system and level to grow has been lost due to technology bullies. Most people never seem to be no one in life, but they feel likes or views will make them to be someone they are not. Yes, social media has really destroyed a lot of people's brains.
Yeah. I mean,
It really did.
It dumbed you down when it should have actually made you more intelligent. Now, and I say that for Americans, because you go over to China, they got trains all in the air. They got hotels standing on probably on one piece of a pole in the middle of the water. You know what I mean? Off some far away in the island, and you can go underground and go through the subway to get there. But and guess how old they were when they invented it? 17. Because they took their education serious. Because they took social media, they took the internet, not just for social media, but to broaden their perspective, their views, their mind, firing neurons, doing research, and their parents didn't play. We wanted to pacify and talk stuff because our babies in school 7 hours, 8 hours, 3 hours. That's too much school.
And not learning anything.
Hell, when they out of school, half of them on the block selling the pack, you should want them to be there the extra 5 hours. Because you gone and you can't parent because of the way that our economy is set up.
They
so
definitely flip social media to something that it was never invented to be.
Chris said, sometimes people don't want you to succeed before they do. As my grandmother always said, crabs in a barrel. You said it. You said it. You guys are really liking the subject. Okay. I started fading away after our generation. Yeah, the loyalty. I say that. I mean, the fabric on the cloth is already stitched, set, and done with the loyalty, the trust, the together, the cohesiveness. But I still say that our generation dropped the ball, and that's a whole nother conversation, because what we did was gave our kids the sense of entitlement and the ideal of, I don't want them to work as hard as I did. Well, my mama used to make me wear, my daddy didn't do. And then we started giving and compensating so much that we spoiled our children, not with discipline and structure, but we spoiled them rotten to the core, that some of them just don't respect. They don't have the same view that we had about, there's Miss So-and-so, you better not cuss in front of her. I got to be in the house at a certain time. My mother wouldn't accept this, my father, the neighbors wouldn't accept it. So that type of raising, like she said earlier with Cynthia, not her, Cynthia said earlier, it takes a village. It takes a village. And we have to learn to stop tap dancing and putting on a minstrel show for America. That's what we're so good at. We put the blackface on really good on our blackface. Haven't they did that enough to us? Haven't they? Haven't they clowned us enough as a people that we don't sit somewhere and clown one another? Haven't we been downgraded enough, stepped on enough, oppressed enough for you to come back and try to do it again and again and again? Now you all are flipping the whips or tag teaming with whips. I can't comprehend this for nothing in the world. Nothing in the world that we have turned, plantation owners, if I say it like. And that's what we are. Plantation owners. But you do know what Django did to the plantation owner, don't you? some Black people don't want to read and RAM to be better. Yeah. I live in a part, wait a minute. I live in Japan, and my God, what a difference. Wow. Wow. You moved to Japan. Wow, Monique, you went from the South to Japan? Wait a minute. Japan? Let me go down with that. Wow. Congratulations, love. Oh my goodness, you're getting all of that Asian medicine. Oh my, all that healing medicine, those herbs. Oh my gosh. Okay, send me herbs. Send me herbs. You already know what my condition is. I'll pay, inbox me. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. Ah, you preaching, boy. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to my seeing, thou be forgotten, thou law of the God, and I will also forget thy children. Amen, Christian. Amen. Amen. Oh, that's Chef. Oh, Chef Bell. Hey, got to get you back on the show. Me and Earl need some more good food. I see you guys are really come in and enlighten this boredom. Yeah, but I told you guys I don't have my glasses, so I prefer you do a little calling in for me if you want to continue this conversation. But we have about how many? What do we have left? How many? 20. So did you want to talk on the subject, on another subject about loyalty and how we as a people, or as women and men, or family members and friends? That was a subject that you wanted to touch on. You want to kick this convo off, Angel?
Okay, my subject I wanted to talk about was about, it has everything to do with loyalty, but I really wanted to know, why is it so easy for women to forgive a toxic man? That you can be in a relationship with him, whatever y'all have going on, but why is it so easy for you to forgive a toxic man than to forgive your friend or your family member? And I have ran into that a lot. I mean, you have women out here that will go years without talking to their sister, or years without talking to their best friend. You even have women out here who will not speak to their mother. But an hour later, this same man that has continuously did things to you, bad things at that, tried to destroy you or anything, you will forgive him within an hour. It don't even go for days sometimes.
You know, you're absolutely right. I don't know if it's because we're loving so hard, or we are in the sense of, I'm going to trust my man, my girl, my wife, my husband. Well, wife and husband is totally different, because that's forsaking all of us.
Exactly.
So I'm not even going to bring that up. In relationship, I don't know if they're practicing that, but forgiveness should be all the way around, because that's not something that you have to go back and mess with them again. It's something that you can say, I forgive you, I love you, but you can kind of distance and fall back from a certain view. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Great afternoon.
Great
The
afternoon.
comment the young lady just made in regards to why is it that it's easy to forgive someone than it is someone that is.
Yes.
Reason being is because you don't have to actually deal with that person on a daily basis anymore, and it hurts more when it's your family member.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you want to forgive your family member, but you don't want to forgive your family member. So sometimes you hold on to things just because it is your family.
I love it.
And the reason why I say that is because I have a family member, and she said some things to me that I couldn't believe she would say, because it was my auntie. And I'm going to share a little bit with you. So
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, caller. Did you want to say your
only
name?
had 2 children.
Did you want to say your name, caller?
So,
or are you good? Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So when my mother passed away, then years later, my grandmother passed away. So there was this whole battle in regards to the housing process. So when I told my auntie, I said, so, since my grandmother has passed, we need to do this about the house. My aunt said to me, your mother is dead, now what?
Oh, wow.
So that was my auntie's only sister. So to me, that was almost fighting words. So for me, I've forgiven my auntie, but I don't talk to her.
Yes, that's almost exactly where I was going. We can forgive them, but we can choose how to deal with them. Family hurt you more because you expect more. You love harder. You've grown, I guess, up in the same room or the bed or the whatever. You can forgive them. And I think move past to a certain degree that we're cordial at family functions and all of those things. But I don't know if we'll hang out like we used to if you hurt me to the core. Sometimes family will hurt you so hard that it's almost like a marriage, So I totally get it. And to say something so insensitive after the passing of your mother, I get it. Thank you so much. I love your view on the topic. Thank you. Okay. So you guys heard him. Sometimes he's saying that for him and in his view and perspective, we love harder. We, seem to keep our family a little closer. We can forgive them, but choose not to. Did you have anything to say on that, Cynthia?
No, we can go to the caller.
Okay. Next caller.
Hey,
what's your name and who you calling from?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, your name and where you calling from, dear?
This is Monique I'm calling from Georgia.
Hey, Monique.
Hey. This is my first time calling in, but I don't have a lot of time. Like I didn't even know that you were doing this again, but I want to tune in all the time.
Thank you.
Let me say this. I've been an herbalist since I was 15. Okay, Now I'm almost 54. And being in business for all these years, out of having 4 hair salons and a herbalist and a boutique and all that in Chicago, what I have ran across as far as our people is that a lot of times we see in others what we don't see in ourselves.
Yes.
And it causes a lot of jealousy because, a lot of us Black women, even in my family, a lot of us, we were not taught and raised to love ourselves. We were not. We were taught to do what I say, don't do what I do, get out of here, grown people talking.
Yes.
But in reality, when I was growing up, we weren't taught what we're seeing now. And for the young sister that said, I think she just said,
Angel.
Why? Angel. And she made a good point. She was asking, why is it that we can't forgive others? Like a woman. Why can't a woman forgive others?
Another woman, yeah.
But she can forgive a toxic man, right?
Yes. That's it.
What I have noticed over the years also is that, and now, when I say things, people they feathers get rough, but I'm just a realist. Here is what I have learned. The reason that sometimes that we can forgive others, but we won't forgive others, but we can forgive the man who's taking all of our money, doing us wrong. A lot of times it's because we have been raised by toxic women in our family.
Yes, say it, Monique. Yes.
We have been raised by toxic women. Some of us have been molested by family members like myself. Molested 3 times by 3 different family members in my family. And I was told, be quiet, keep it a secret, this is family business. So when I started growing up, of course, I had a lot of anger in me. I'm lashing out. I'm doing things I'm not supposed to do. Then I started dating.
Okay.
I started dating. But the women in my family taught me to forgive a no good man. Because when I was molested, you made me forgive a man who molested me in my family.
Well, Monique, this is a great topic, and I'm going to contact you, and we're going to talk about the hidden secrets in our families, and we're going to talk about that and the damages. So I love that you called. Your insight and wisdom on this topic was astounding. So we're definitely going to get back in contact with you, and we're going to go a little deeper. Okay, and these are conversations that we need to have.
I'll be in town probably in a couple of weeks, and maybe we can.
Oh, you can come on the show then. It's always on a Thursday until I may have to do a little shifting. I'll see. But let's keep in contact. Thanks for calling in. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Love you.
So
Go ahead, Angel.
I have a comment in response to that question. She says, sometimes I feel like the person has made that other person their whole life. And it's like they believe in their mind that they can't go on without this person. When in reality, they don't have to put up with anything that they don't want to. But time plays a role. The longer you're with them, the easier it is to forgive.
That's right. And yeah, I think so. And time heals a lot of wounds. Sometimes when it first happens, it's a little more sensitive, and then people can't deal with it right away. And sometimes we just have to give it a little time, and I push. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. And I push for it to happen right away. But we should be able to sit back and actually internalize the thing so that we can know exactly the place the person was coming from. Was it warranted? Was it not warranted? How do we move forward before we just start saying, okay, I love you and I forgive you too, and then we end back up in another place. But I think as family members, we should be able to give each other a little more elasticity, because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be about family, and it has to start from somewhere. If we all keep the same attitude, well, if she don't and he don't and blah, 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 and I'm not, then we'll never have any love or cohesiveness or moments that we can be together. Instead, we will always trash each other. And we just got to learn how to have a forgiving heart and move ahead and move forward. This is a topic within itself, so we probably will do a part 2 next week on this same subject. We just spent a little more time with the Kobe, and because it was firing up, and then I waited for Angel to get here because this was definitely one of the topics that was close to her heart, so I didn't want to start it without her. So we're going to do a part 2 segment next week to this toxifying relationship, because the word that she used was not just forgive your family members if you do something to me quicker than you forgive me for your mate. It was about a toxic relationship. The key word is toxic. When he's beating you, when he's cheating on you, when he's leaving you, when you're crying on my shoulder and telling me all the different things he won't do, when he's living off you or she, and all of this is going for he, she. So
it can even be reversed.
Yes, it's reversed. It's he, she. Put the slash there. When he is doing this and she is doing that. All of those different things. When he or she is not nurturing to the kids. All of those different things. I was there for you. But as soon as I may tell cousin Shauna what's going on, oh, you told my business.
Yeah.
You defiled me. Oh, I can't forgive you. You a snitch. You are this, you are that. And you get into that mode.
But even our caller, I want to speak on what he said, because you expect so much more from your family. You can't choose who your family is, but you can choose who your mate is, right?
Absolutely.
With that being said, some people be in relationships, and how it should be, your relationship should be trying to get to know each other. Y'all get closer, and hopefully it becomes a marriage and they become your family.
Yes.
With that being said, some of us be around our mate more than we be around our family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some type of loyalty supposed to be there. It's some type of respect supposed to be there, the same as your family. You're around somebody for 5 years consistently, I'm going to look at that person as if they're my family. So there's no separation from
it. This is cousin, this is brother, this is hey brother, hey cousin.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey sister.
But a relationship, this man can come in, beat you, like you said, steal your money, devour you, and tear you down, but you would be upset with your sister because she said something wrong to you.
Exactly.
Never physically hurt you, never physically put you down or tried to destroy you or took anything from you. But because she's your family member, you expect so much from her, but you don't expect anything from this man. And that goes back to what the comments said. Like, some people think they need a little more from their mate, so they put up with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but personally, my opinion on that, it's a resolution to it.
It definitely is.
You have to do a little more soul searching within yourself and find forgiveness. When you find forgiveness within yourself, you will be able to forgive anybody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us put up with people on the outside because it's something wrong with us that we haven't forgiven ourselves from or for. So I feel that's why we'll forgive a man quicker than we'll forgive our family members, because it's something toxic. Like the caller said, we probably been raised by some people that it was toxic there. It was very dysfunctional.
It was dysfunctional. And a lot of times when we grow up in dysfunction, we live in dysfunction.
Exactly.
Because that's what we're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And we can release and free ourselves from that, all by learning to love for real, unconditionally, learning how to trust for real, learning how to forgive. Unforgiveness will kill you. I just want you to know that. It harbors and it festers in you. You will start to have diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, because you're running around with this chip on your shoulder and this anger and resentfulness for something that happened 45 years ago. You're still not speaking to your brother, your cousin, your sister, your aunt, your mom, your dad, and you just don't know all of that time that you spent without speaking or interacting with them. That was the precious moments that you could have had with them, bonding, loving, and forgiving. So I understand that sometimes we have to step back and reevaluate some relationships, because not all relationships, whether they're family, are healthy. Because I had to cut some family off because it's not healthy, and because they mean good. And so when you know someone is it could be anybody. I don't care. You could be my sister or brother. If you are here to hurt or harm me, I have to free you from my space, because that's not the type of energy that God wants around me and that I would allow in my life, because that's not who I am. So we have to choose whether it's family, whether it's friend. Are you good for me? Now, if you're not good for me, you got to go. Now, if you're sitting over there in a sewer full of mess, and as soon as I say something or soon as something out of balance happens, I am cut off, I'm going to feel like there was never really a bond of love to begin with. Because at some point we should be able to revisit this if you have not scarred me to the point where it was molestation, death, anything that was, distasteful and, heinous. Okay, we're about to wrap up real soon. I know you guys are lighting up, but I'm going to get this last comment out. Forgiveness is for you and not for the other person. They are sleeping at night while you are angry with them. Absolutely true, Chef Bill. Absolutely true. You will be up at night with sleep apnea. Not sleep apnea, with a sleeping disorder, with insomnia and all kind of stuff, and sleepwalking. All because, and you do know lack of sleep causes all those other things I said in your body to break down too. So there's a train and ripple reaction to this, a ripple effect reaction to this thing. So learn to forgive. We're going to talk about this next week, because I see you guys coming up. I want that same energy next week, that same fire next week. I need you guys to tag somebody, call somebody, move this thing right along, because chewing the fat is back, baby, and we going to chew, chomp, and munch. I want to thank you. This is from the Queen and Angel.
See you guys.
See you guys next week. Mwah, I love you.